Just curious, is it in the employee handbook where you're just like supposed to harass me every flight I take? Their slogan should be Frontier Airlines, number one for harassing their customers.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with Kacey K. Yep, that's me.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we go, here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to On the Phone with Casey K. I am Casey K, obviously. It's great to be back. I feel like I have been gone for 7 years. Like, that's how long it feels that I haven't been in front of the camera, my iPhone camera that I used to record this video podcast. I'm wearing my rep, not t-shirt, but sweatshirt. And I remember when, like, I went to the concert, obviously, and she had so much good merch, like tons. Like, I can't buy it all now. And then when I got home, this was like after the tour, she put a lot of it on sale. And so I bought the hoodie, which I freaking love. It's got the snake on it. I bought this. I bought so much stuff on her clearance sale. But like the sleeves unzip right here, not all the way. So oops, not all the way. So I really don't know like what the point is. But I guess if your elbows get hot, maybe I should do this for the duration of the video. You can air out your elbows. But yeah, I haven't worn this in a while. Anyway, it's great to be back. Welcome back to this informative media outlet. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's like pulling teeth, sometimes like a lot of the time to just sit down and record. But once I start recording, I'm fine. I was so excited to get up and film and record this morning. Like when I went to bed last night, I climbed into my flannel Christmas sheets with the little claymation Rudolph. That's like the vibe of them. I got them at Ross, I think, last year. I turned on Real Housewives of Salt Lake and fell asleep after 5 minutes as usual. And but I was like, I'm so excited to get up. I have so much to tell everyone and discuss and catch everyone up on. And here we are. I don't know if I showed you guys my Addison Rae money. I think I might have last time. This is the money that I had like 6 or 7 of these, and people kept. They didn't steal them because I technically gave them to them, but I'm like, why? Like I was there. I had good seats. I worked hard. Actually, I didn't do anything to get those seats. Someone else got them for me, but I'm like, I don't know. Like they were vultures trying to get this money, and finally I put my foot down when I had $2. Maybe this is what it's like to win the lottery. When people come and ask you for money, and that's how they go broke. I would go broke pretty quickly if that's the case. Okay, where should we begin? I have a lot of notes. I went to Vegas. I told you that last time. And we went to the Sphere again and watched Wizard of Oz. It was very, very good. It's really, really cool. And going twice was fun, but you kind of, the experience the second time going in. So it's like, kind of takes away the magic. That's kind of how I felt about Wicked 2. That's like the perfect way to explain it. Like the magic was kind of not as magical the next time, because it's like you already know all the costumes, all the characters, all like the backgrounds, the whatever. Like it was still cool, but it's like, oh, this isn't it's not like the coolest. Does that make sense? I feel like there are very few things you can go in and every time it's just like still magical. Like Disneyland. It's still so magical to me every single time. But you kind of know like the basics, the nitty-gritty of all of it. So it's like it's a little less magical. I don't know if that makes any sense. But we went again, my mom wanted to go, so me and my mom and my sister went. And it's still really cool. Like it's a 4D experience. So I would recommend doing it once at least. And you can usually get tickets last minute. But the best section to sit in is 300 because it's basically in the middle. If you go higher, you're looking kind of down the whole time. If you go lower, you're looking up the whole time. And then if you're on the side, like there's like tons of seats they don't even fill because I don't think it would be worth it to people. But I feel like maybe sell them for like $50 or something. I don't know. Then my mom was like, I want to go to Martha Stewart's restaurant, the Bedford, which I will never say no to. It's pricey, but it's not like you go there and you're like, oh, that really wasn't worth it. I know someone who went there with their family and they didn't like it because the service wasn't very good, which I I've been there 3 times and I've never experienced that, so I'm like, okay, to each their own. I must just be less picky. Um, but this, like, we went this time and our waters were never empty. They were constantly checking on us, like, but not too much that it was annoying. They knew all of like the menu front to back. They knew like exactly how to, they didn't, you go to a restaurant, they don't write things down. That's how this is. But yeah, we kind of went all out. We got an appetizer. We got the bread basket, which I highly recommend. It is everything there. It costs money. Like nothing comes for free, including the sides. Like you order your entree, and then if you want sides, you have to order them on top of that. I recommend the asparagus and the mashed potatoes. My mom got these one potatoes, and they looked like little raviolis, but they were potatoes. I can't remember what they were called. Those were delicious. So they had a meal deal. It's like you could get everything. You get the salad, entree, a side, and a dessert. And I mean, it's a little bit of money, but it actually comes out less than if you were to order all that by yourself. Or you can do like a dinner for two where you get like a steak for two people and like a whole meal for two people. So, I mean, if you go, it could be worth it for like a once in a lifetime experience, but it's not like thousands of dollars. I wonder how much Nobu is. How much is Nobu? I don't think it's as expensive as Nobu. It's definitely more expensive than like Cheesecake Factory and stuff. When people say Cheesecake Factory is expensive, I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess we have different kinds of expensive in my mind, but I'm also extremely terrible with money, so there's that. This time I got the lobster rotini, lobster rigatoni. Every time I start recording, my nose starts itching and it drives me nuts. I think it's just like a mental thing. It happens when I run too, and if I start to itch it once, then I have to itch it the remainder of the run. My sister got the Alfredo, which has mushroom truffles on it, and then my mom got the lobster, and it was all really, really good. The bread basket's good too. It if you go, I recommend doing that and like sharing with everybody. And then we got the lemon meringue something. I can't even remember what it's called. And then the chocolate cake. The cake was very good. It was too much chocolate for me. Like it was so dense. That was the most dense cake I've ever seen in my life, but it was delicious. Also, I could live in Vegas. Like if you're unaware, I go to Vegas several times a year. Like it's not uncommon for me to all of a sudden just be in Vegas. I feel like I gotta slow it down on the trips because I have recklessly spent money lately. And lately I mean like the last year. But so like to me, like talking about Vegas is like talking about like a hometown of mine. But on the south end of the strip by Mandalay Bay, there's this little shopping area. And I thought it was just like Ross, TJ Maxx. They have some really like nicer restaurants there. They have the liquor stores down there. That's where we go all the time. That's why I'm down there. But I wanted to go to Barnes and Noble to pick up some stuff. I picked up the British Vogue with Gwyneth Paltrow on it, which I love. She looks amazing. I also got Harper's Bazaar UK with Jennifer Aniston. I have a feeling Jennifer Aniston, maybe not as much as Kim Kardashian, but has been on the cover of magazines more than any other celebrity. Like I just from growing up and seeing how many covers she was on to she's still on covers. Like she's not even really promoting anything right now, and she's still on magazine covers. I just love that she loves. Like obviously she would like to do it, or she wouldn't do it. I just feel like it's her. It's Nicole Kidman, Kim Kardashian. Who else is always on magazine covers? And it's just like they must enjoy it. It would be fun. I mean, who wouldn't want to be on a cover of a magazine? That's like a dream of mine. I'll have to talk to myself like Kim's publicist talked to her when she's like, I want to be on the cover of Cosmo. Oh, Kim, you'll never be on the cover of Cosmo. Let's be realistic. Anyway, we went there and first of all, I feel like malls should not charge for parking. I feel like that's just kind of scummy. This mall did. We could have parked like far away and walked, but I'm like, I'm going to Barnes and Noble for like 5 seconds, and I don't really care to walk that far. Anyway, it's just a pet peeve of mine. But I also wanted to get the Housemaid. That's the one of the main reasons I went. I wanted to get the Housemaid because me and my cousin Sadie want to read it before we go see the movie. I know someone who's seen the movie and they say it's like good. Like it's not like an Oscar movie, obviously, but it is very, very entertaining, very steamy, very sexy, very sultry, seductive. My mom's like, "Oh yeah, I want to go see that. Maybe we'll go see it for Christmas." I'm like, "With who?" She's like, "I don't know, like the family." I'm like, "It's rated R." She's like, "No, it's not." I just saw a commercial for it. It's rated PG. I'm like, it's not rated PG. I was like, maybe PG-13, but it is not rated PG. And I was correct. It's rated R. The book, I'll get into that in just a minute. But there's an Abercrombie down there. What I'm getting at is there's a Barnes& and Noble and Abercrombie just south of the Strip. So if you want to go down there, there's also TJ Maxx, Container Store, like a bunch of other stuff. But then that night we went to the Neon Museum in Las Vegas. If you're not aware of what that is where like the graveyard for the old Las Vegas hotel signs, like the marquees. It's like they have old ones. They have the Stardust one, and they like those ones back in the day were the ones that like it's the actual light bulb. It's not like screens like it is today. They have the I didn't even know there was a Moulin Rouge hotel there. I think it was a motel, and it burned down in 2004. They have the sign for that. They have the old Caesar's Palace sign. What else do they have? The Riviera, is it the Riviera? The Hard Rock Hotel guitar, which I think is the old one from where now the new Virgin Hotel is, because the Hard Rock is moving to the old Mirage, which they're like going full speed ahead on that. They're building a guitar out front. It looks like the guitar is going to be similar to the one in Miami, where you can stay in it. Like it's got rooms in the guitar, which is so interesting because Vegas apparently is struggling right now. So the fact that they're building more hotels is crazy. Plus, they're all so expensive. They're all so expensive. I'm like, who has this money? Who has this money? And where can I get it? I just want a little bit of it. Anyway, but when I flew home, so I drove down with my mom and my sister, then I flew home a few days later on Saturday, just in time for multiple birthday parties. And I had to fly Frontier. I feel like I've jinxed myself because I held that standard for a long time that I would never fly Frontier ever again. And I did that for a long time. I flew it to Washington, D.C. You know how that turned out. If you don't, I'll tell you in a minute. And then I flew it one other place. I flew it the first time to go to Denver to see Nicki Minaj, which Nicki, maybe it's time to retire and to go into hiding for a long, long time. You had a great run, a great run, but it's time to sit down now. And then I flew to Washington D.C. But to fly home, mind you, it's like an hour flight, an hour and 15 minutes maybe flight from Las Vegas to Salt Lake City. First of all, backtrack. I didn't want to have to find a ride to get my car as Salt Lake is like 50, maybe 60-ish miles away from my parents' house, which is where we were leaving from Vegas. But the closest train stop is in Provo. So I was like, well, Mom, if I take my car to the airport and take the train, the tracks to the train and the train to the train station in Provo, could you come get me? And she's like, yeah. And I used to take the train every day to work. And I actually really enjoyed it. I read a lot of books. I had it timed perfectly to when I could take a nap and wake up on time. And then I didn't need to do it anymore, so I didn't really take the train. But it's public transportation is not efficient. I don't know how people rely on it. I don't know how people can like count on that to get around every day. It's like an extra 2 hours to my day just to go one way. So I took it to the airport. I took the shuttle to the track station. I took the tracks to the train station, and I had it timed perfectly. I was so mad. And I get to the train station. They're like, "Oh, the train is delayed due to police activity on the tracks ahead." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, are all these people going to be late now?" I just don't understand how people can rely and live like that on a daily basis. If I didn't have a car, I probably would go insane. Like the thought of going places and me not having my car, like being at the beck and call, not beck and call, at the mercy of other people kind of frightens me. So a lot of times I'll just drive myself, you know? Just the thought that I couldn't leave whenever I wanted to is the scary thought to me in many ways. I have this fear where I'll get trapped or locked in somewhere and they won't let me go. Like not even like jail, but like just some random place, which, well, I guess I shouldn't say. I shouldn't say. I was going to say it ties into something I consumed this weekend. It's something that I read this weekend. Anyway, so then when I flew home from Vegas, I could just go and get my car from the airport and then drive. And I wouldn't have to drive 100 miles that day to get my car. Delta was $400 to fly one way. One way, $400 to fly an hour flight. And the next cheapest one was like Southwest, which wasn't even that much cheaper. And then it was Frontier. And I'm like, here we go. I guess we're going to do it. They wanted to charge me $65 for my backpack. Like, you could do this bundle package where you get, like, Not everything came in one. Like you couldn't do a bundle package with everything. So I could either do a carry-on and a personal item, which why are you charging me for a personal item? I don't understand that. I have the space. Everyone has the space under their seats. Like it's not like the overhead bins where they could get full because people's bags are bigger than other, it's just like the sizing wise. Everyone has space under their seats. Why are you charging me for my personal item? Or I could do a checked bag and a personal item, or I could just do like a personal item. I'm like, this is stupid. But if you book them individually, it's like double the price. So I'm like, okay, I guess I had to take my tote bag, my Marc Jacobs tote bag, because I couldn't have anything. Like my backpack was too big. I'm like, this is a standard size backpack. On the description, it literally said, think kids sized backpack. I'm like, what adult is taking a kid sized backpack traveling? So okay. I have to laugh through the pain. So I did a checked bag and I did and then if it's 41 pounds, if it's 40 pounds, it goes into the regulations that you bought. But if it's 41 pounds, it goes up $75. Like, you guys are ridiculous. Anyway, there's a point to this, I promise you. So I get to the airport, my bag's 36 pounds, which is great because I have magazines in there and other things that I bought. And I have my book in my little tote bag because I'm reading the audiobook and reading along with the housemaid. So then I went to check in and the plane's not even full. And when I booked the tickets, I booked away from everybody in my own row. And then I went to check in. I just double checked my tickets because I always do this because people are idiots. And two people were sitting next to me when there's all this empty space. So I moved myself to the back of the plane because that's the only free area. And so, mind you, I'm the very, very back of the plane. And then, so we get in the air, we're on the tarmac for, I feel like waiting on the tarmac has gotten exponentially longer. I don't know if it's just in my mind, but I don't understand why we have to wait so long. I'm sure there's other things that I'm not aware of, but can't we make it more efficient? I'm just so confused why I have to wait on the tarmac for so long. But that's what makes the flight seem so long, is having to sit there and do nothing all the time for a long time. We get in the air, we get to cruising altitude. It says, we're now at cruising altitude, the fastest seatbelt is turned off, blah, blah, blah. You're free to move out the cabin. 10 minutes later, the sign goes back on. It's like, hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are descending into our final destination. Please clean up your areas. I'm like, that's it? I paid $200 for like this tiny short flight. Okay, so we're getting to the nitty gritty of this. I'm reading my book and I can still hear because I have my headphones in, but I can still hear people around me. Like it's not so loud that I'm like unaware of what's going on. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not the kind of person that will stand up as soon as the plane lands. Like that's just not, what's the point? Especially if you're at the back of the plane. So I'm sitting there reading my book and I wanted to finish this chapter. Everyone's already getting up and walking. There's still a line. I'm still at the back of the plane and I hear, what are you doing? With like this smug chuckle thing. I'm like, I'm reading. I feel like who are you texting? I'm like, reading. Or no, I said, I'm waiting. I literally had a half a page left. I was going to read the half a page, put my book away, and then get up and get ready to go. And there's two flight attendants kind of in the back, what do they call it? Galley, whatever it is. And the one girl looks at the other girl and she looks back at me. She's like, I think you're good. And I'm like, okay. And mind you, I look up, there's still a line. And then they look back at each other and just start hysterically laughing. And like they keep looking at me and laughing. I'm like, I can hear you. Like, what are you doing? Why are you treating me this way? I'm reading a book. You act like I'm smoking a joint or something. Like I'm literally reading my book, waiting for the line to go down. And they were so just baffled that I was not getting up immediately and getting off the plane, which I couldn't, by the way, mind you. So what I'm referring to in my intro of this podcast is, if you're not aware of what happened the second time I flew Frontier Airlines, the seats there are teeny tiny, like small. And I was on the window. My backpack, I guess that is true. My backpack would not fit. It's the same backpack. So their seats are so small, you can't even fit your personal item under them, basically. And people were already sitting next to me. And I could have to make them get up and get out so I could put my backpack up on top. And all I asked was the lady I was like, the flight attendant, I was like, would you mind putting my backpack up above the thing? And she's like, no. She's like, you can be a man and do it yourself. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I turn to the people next to me. I'm like, sorry, can you guys stand up so I can put my backpack up top because there's no room under the seat where my personal item should be able to fit, by the way. And that was this also the same flight where the flight was so delayed and they weren't telling us anything. Like we were just standing outside the gate and they were not saying a thing to us. Like there's been a delay. Like they weren't keeping us updated. They weren't doing anything. And so we're like, hello, like what is going on here? And they're like, oh, yeah, sorry, someone a luggage cart crashed into the other plane that was supposed to be yours in Denver, so we had to find you a new plane. Okay, could you have told us that like 3 hours ago? Like, why are we still sitting here? Frontier Airlines is awful. I'm sorry, it's awful. I had a 1,000 time better experience on Spirit Airlines than I did on Frontier. So if you want to go and be harassed, maybe take me with you because that's the only way to get the full experience of being harassed by Frontier Airlines employees. I know you're probably thinking like that is not that big of a deal, but I'm like, it's the fact that I wasn't even doing anything wrong and they're sitting there like laughing in my face and making fun of me. I'm like, okay, this is bizarre. Like you guys are weird. What is I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you guys should take a trip on Frontier Airlines just to see the things I have to deal with. Just getting your ticket is a marathon in of itself. It took me forever to get my plane ticket because of all the little things they add on. All this, like, it's so stupid. Anyway, rant over. I'm back now. I just had to be a little petty there for a second because it was so annoying. Like, it was so unnecessary. That's also the thing that bothered me. It was so unnecessary for them to do that. Like, and the laughing and like the looking back at each other and the giggling and like, I think you're good. I'm like, am I? Am I good? I should have got up and like pretended to like have a really bad limp and like or some kind of maybe I should have got up like pretended to get up and pass out next time. Next time when I don't fly Frontier ever again in my life. I say that now, but you know, when you're poor, that's kind of what you're succumb to. Okay, so I want to do what Maddie Murphy from the Bad Broadcast does every now and then. She does a report, and it stands for reading, eating, playing, obsessing over, recommending, and treating myself to. So obviously, we know I've been reading. I finished it in 3 days. The Housemaid, and it was very good. It was entertaining. There was some plot or some holes in the storyline. I'm kind of like, well, that wouldn't make sense. Like that wouldn't happen. Not that it's like it's unrealistic, but just like the series of events, I'm like, you couldn't have gotten away with that. I don't want to say too much. Maybe I'll say it after the movie's out. And then, but like the first half of the book, I'm like, this is maybe not even half, maybe first 2/3 of the book. I'm like, this is all very, very predictable. Like, but there's still this much left of the book. I'm like, that is interesting. So obviously something happens, and it does. It's predictable because it has to be. I didn't love the ending. The ending seemed like it was wrapped up very, very, very quickly. And it also seemed like, I don't know if that would happen. But it did. I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, it really did seem like the book just like all of a sudden she kind of got tired or she ran out of time and was just like, okay. And just like hurrying to like the final touches and then sent it in. Other than that, very, very good. Apparently, Sydney Sweeney wanted the rights to this movie or wanted to be in this movie, so she secured the rights to it and funded it, all this stuff. And I don't know. I like Sydney Sweeney. I know she's had her troubles the last little bit. Um, I don't think she's a terrible actress. I think there are worse actors and actresses out there. Plus, it's like I couldn't do any better at all. Like, there's no way I could act and make it seem realistic. Like, you know how like when soap opera actors act, and it's like this is so bad. Like, this is not good acting. And then you just see people like Jennifer Lawrence or Mia Goth or Jacob Elordi or me just naming all the Frankenstein cast, Jessica Chastain. Like they just make it seem so natural and effortless. Where me, it's like I'd be like, "Hello, you know, how are you today?" Yeah. So I kind of give a pass to that because it's always much harder than you think. It's like I could do that better. Like, really, could you? Then go do it. Then go do it. Why don't you? Also, I'm not technically reading it yet, but Amazon had a deal on the Hunger Games books that were all hardcover. That was one thing. I was trying to find the hardcover of The Housemaid. It is hard to find. There was only one Barnes& and Noble in Utah that had it, and it was the Farmington one. And we know how I feel about the Farmington Barnes& and Noble. It should be shut down. It's a newsstand. It is teeny tiny, not even worth it. Whatever. I wasn't driving up to Farmington to go there. So I had to get the paperback cover. and I was really upset about it. But I got the one with where is the book? I got the one with the movie poster on it, and I actually like those book covers, but my cousin Sadie hates them. I kind of get it, like they're usually tacky and stuff, but I just love them. Plus, Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried look ravishing in them and on the cover, so it was worth it. But this time, I got the collection of books that were hardcover, Hunger Games, all five of them, in like a little box, and it's usually like 130, 140, and I got it for $55 on Amazon Prime. I don't know if that deal's still going on, but I'm super excited. I want to read all of them. I love the series. I've never actually read the books, so yeah, I'm very excited. They're doing a movie marathon with Hunger Games in there and with the Hunger Games series, and I'm like, I really want to do that. That's a long time to sit through all those movies. That's like what is there? There's four movies, five movies, because the third book is two movies. Yeah. So let's see. Let me do my math. So is that 10 hours? That's like over 10 hours of sitting in a theater, which I don't know. I would fall asleep for sure. Like there's no way. So anyway, that's what I will be reading soon. Okay, eating. What I've been eating lately is this rice that you get. I get it at Costco. It comes in a big box or whatever. Not a big box, but like a bundle package. And it's called Seeds of Change is what it's called. It's one with like the hint of garlic or whatever. And you put it in the microwave for 90 seconds. And it has like quinoa and rice. Like it's super healthy for you. Has a lot of fiber. And I just do that. I have a can of chicken and I cook that in the microwave for like a minute and a half, warm it up. And then at Costco, they have this chicken tikka masala sauce, and I'll just like pour that over the rice and the chicken, and I'll eat that. And I look forward to that every day. Like that's like I wake up, I'm like, I can't wait to have my my rice and chicken tikka masala. Sometimes instead of the masala sauce, I'll put ranch, but ranch is so fattening. Like ranch for a tablespoon or something, it's like 130 calories for a tablespoon. It does taste good. I know that, but the tikka masala sauce is like 80 calories for a half a cup or something, a fourth a cup. So it's obviously much better. Plus, it tastes really good. That's what I've been eating lately, and I love it. So if you're curious and want to try it, I it's a cheap meal. I think the whole thing comes out to like I don't know, $3, $4, something like that with everything. So if you're on a budget, plus it fills you up. Like you get it's like the bigger cans of chicken that I get, and you can get like up to 40 or 50 grams of protein in it. And then I think that the rice has protein in it as well. Plus fiber fills you up. It makes you feel fuller. So does protein. And then the masala sauce is, I don't know. I don't know what it has in it, but I don't think it's like that healthy for you. But yeah, it's a great meal and it takes like less than 5 minutes to all come together. So that is key. That's what I've been doing. Playing, I really haven't been playing anything. My wallet. I usually, if I do play a game, I get into this every, I don't know, 6 or 7 months or something, is the Roller Coaster Tycoon app on my phone. And at first I was like, I don't know if I want to play this on my phone because just like, there's so many intricate movements and like tapping you have to do and like whatever. I'm like, this can't be like comfortable because I'm used to doing it on a computer, but I got used to it pretty quickly. Other than that, I really don't play games. I really don't. That's not something like I get into. I bought an Xbox. I played it twice. I think I played our Switch twice. But Kim Kardashian's in the new Fortnite. She has the new skin series or whatever. And I was like, well, maybe I'll have to get that just for that. But other than that, I don't know. I just don't find solace or peace sitting down and playing a game. Like I'll play a game like on Roller Coaster Tycoon. I played it on the way on the airplane to Florida, like when there's nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Or like if there's a long series I'm watching, I'll kind of play it as I watch that. Other than that, I really don't play games. So sorry, I don't know. Maybe I can do that for music. Music lately, I've just been doing the daily mix on Spotify, which is actually sometimes it's pretty good. There's not really been a song that I've been consuming. Band-Aids by Katy Perry. I listen to that one a lot. Berghain by Rosalina. Yeah. Anyway, okay, obsessing over. What am I obsessing over currently in this moment? What am I obsessing over? Maybe I should have thought of these before. Uh, I started talking. I'm going to start obsessing over the podcast and making my YouTube channel bigger. That's what I'm going to start obsessing over. Also, Marty Supreme, the new movie with Timothée Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm also obsessing over going to the theater more, the movie theater. I have gotten back into it a lot this year, and it's just so fun. But I didn't go this last week, um, and it really bothered me. So I want to go. I think I'm gonna go this week and see Eternity, the new one with Elizabeth Olsen and Callum Turner and Miles Teller. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Recommending. What would I recommend to you this month? I know. I would recommend the TV show Landman. The second season has started, and it is it's just really good. Like it's dramatic, it's moody, it's funny, it's witty, it's intense. It's just a lot of things. It's on Paramount Plus. You can watch it, starring Billy Bob Thornton, which I've always liked him. I remember when I saw him in Mr. Woodcock, that movie with Susan Sarandon where he's the gym coach, and I just always liked him. So he's I don't know. He's also one of those people that's like, I can't see you wanting to be an actor. But he plays this like he was I'm pretty sure they wrote this role for him because he was born to play this role. It's got Demi Moore in it. John Hamm is in it. Ali Larder, she is Brooke Wyndham from Legally Blonde. She's in it. She's also from Temptation. Obsessed. Well, the movie with Beyonce. I think it's the Tyler Perry movie with Beyonce where Ali becomes obsessed with Beyonce's husband. Oh, I forgot about that movie. You came in my house. You touched my child. I need to watch that again. Yeah, that's what I would recommend to you is watching Landman because it is good. Okay, and then treating myself too. I usually kind of go out for myself for Christmas. I really haven't been treating myself. I mean, I treat myself all the time, let's be honest. But I think I'm going to treat myself to the A24 membership. A24 is the movie studio that did like Lady Bird, the 24 best A24 movies to stream right now. Okay, first one that pops up is the Priscilla movie, which I actually liked because I feel like Elvis painted Elvis in this like really good light, which I'm sure he wasn't like a terrible person. But in Priscilla, which I think got mixed reviews, but it showed him as not the nicest person and kind of his flaws and how he treated Priscilla. I just don't know how you could treat someone you love like that, you know? But I feel like it happens a lot. What is that Miley Cyrus song the most where she's like, why, how do the lyrics go? This winter was as cold as you and I know you're home, hoping I'm all right. How many times have I left you in the deep? I don't know why you still believe in me. Even in my darkest days, even in my lowest place, you love me the most. And even when I can't stay, even when I run away, you love me the most. So why do I hurt you so? It's because I know. Is it because I know? Why do I hurt you so? Is it because you love me the most? And she sings it just like that. My beautiful voice. Yeah, so basically it's like I treat you like crap, but it's because I love you the most. But I feel like that happens in a lot of relationships. So it always is interesting to me why that is. You know what I mean? Okay, best A24 movies. After Sun, I've actually never heard of that one. It's got Paul Pascal. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I'm literally reading it and I said it wrong. Paul Mescal. The Green Knight. Oh, I didn't know they did that. The Green Knight. That's the one with Dev Patel. That wasn't the one that Nicole Kidman was in, was it? No, I don't think so. It would have said that for sure. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I've heard this movie is fantastic. Like people say it's their favorite movie ever. Still haven't seen it. The Zone of Interest. I don't know what that one is. Loosely based on the book of the same name by Martin Amis, Jonathan Glazer's adaptation takes place in the Zone of Interest, an area lived by, oh, I remember the commercial for this, lived in by Nazi SS officers and their families on the land surrounding the concentration camp Auschwitz. It's like they have this beautiful like yard and like this big tall wall that you can't see anywhere. And then they does an aerial view and it's like right next to Auschwitz. I forget about all these. I forgot about this one too. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. That's the one with what's the girl? Rachel Sennott. She's the one in the new show I Love LA, which I've heard is very, very good, by the way. Midsummer. That one's always like on the top of people's lists. I have not seen it. Apparently, it's a terrifying, scary movie, but it's like all shot in the daytime. So I don't know. Past Lives. I heard that one was good. Lady Bird, like I said earlier. The Lighthouse. This one has Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe in it, and apparently it just came out that they didn't speak once to each other on set. Like they kind of didn't purposely do that, but they're like thinking back on it, we never actually talked to each other. Like it was not something we did. X, which is in the Pearl franchise, Amy, the Amy Winehouse movie, which I heard people did not like. The Florida Project and all that is The Witch. This was the first A24 movie I saw. It's got Anya Taylor-Joy in it. It's like her first Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy made her feature film debut in Robert Eggers' The Witch. I hated this movie. I'm sorry, I hate this time period. I don't like it at all. I don't like the Puritan time period, the Pilgrim time period. Like, I don't like any of that. And I personally didn't think it was scary. So it's supposed to be a scary movie. She did great though, obviously, but I did not like that movie. Let's see what else is on here. Priscilla, 2023, Civil War. Oh, that's the one with Kirsten Dunst, and is her husband in it with her? Anyway, it's like kind of when the America, like the end of the world type thing. I remember this room. This one was everywhere. It's with what's her name? Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay. He's so little. So they get locked in that room forever and ever. And the mom has to like pretend like everything's okay for the son. The Farewell, The Iron Claw. I didn't know that one was that's the one with Zac Efron when he looks really, really bad with that horrible haircut. It's that family that does like boxing and stuff. The Lobster, Yorgos Lanthimos. He's the one that did Poor Things and the new movie Begonia with Emma Stone. So he's kind of a little out there. Uncut Gems. I didn't realize that was A24. Okay. I personally feel like Adam Sandler should have won an Oscar, Golden Globe, whatever for this movie. He did a really like we're just so used to him being silly and goofy, and he really put his heart and soul into this movie. And I think he actually was kind of upset that it didn't win. Like obviously, like it was I don't know, I feel like it was a snub for sure. Like to go from being like super silly and goofy and like comedic acting or whatever to this serious role. Plus the way he had to change his voice, his accent, like all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I remember seeing that in theaters. I do. It was cold outside. But yeah, I think they have a lot. They have a lot more than you actually realize. All 24. No, we don't want to do all this, but there's a lot. What's one that's like oh, Moonlight. I didn't realize that was A24. Before Moonlight, that was a big one. That was a big one at the Oscars that one year, whenever it came out, 2016. I'm just trying to find one other movie that I know that I'll tell you guys about. Oh, you know what they did too was Hereditary. I hate that movie. I hate that movie so much. Like I really cannot stand that movie. I do not understand the hype. I don't get why people think it's scary. I don't get why people think it's good. But to each their own, you know. Oh, Ex Machina. Okay. Okay. That's the one where she's like the robot, and it's got oh, what's her name? Alicia Vikander, who is a fantastic actress. I hope they revive her in the Tomb Raider series, but I don't know if they're going to. Let's see. Hang on, I'm gonna check this, and we'll dive into the news of the week or the last few weeks. Okay, she's not slated to be in Tomb Raider as of right now, but I'm pretty sure that I forgot they're redoing it. The Tomb Raider: Legend of Lara Croft. That is. Oh, this is a animated series. This is the one based off the Okay, they already have one season now. I didn't know this on Netflix. So maybe she will be in the new. I don't know why this movie didn't do. Like, truly, I really don't understand. Tomb Raider 2. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Um, Sequel to the 2018 reboot. I feel like we've been talking about this for how long? Like, um, Misha Green, who that is the director and the writer. I'm telling you, they better keep her in this. What other movies has Misha Green done? Okay, she's a female. We love to see female directors. Love, love, love. What has she done? Nothing. Nothing that I know of. The Mother, is this one with Jennifer? Yeah. Okay, I actually wanted to see this movie. It's the one with Jennifer Lopez. Let's see them. While fleeing from a dangerous assailant, an assassin comes out of hiding to protect the daughter she left earlier in life. Love this. I love movies like that. Like I would eat those up every single time. She directed or she's written on Sons of Anarchy. This is the director, Misha, written on the series of Sons of Anarchy, written on Spartacus, written on. Oh, she wrote the screenplay for The Mother. Upcoming is Tomb Raider 2 and Sunflower. Okay. Anyway, back to me. That's what I'm treating myself to is an A24 membership, and it comes with a movie ticket every single month for what their new movie that comes out, and you get like access to merch. You get a birthday discount or birthday code or something to use. Plus, you get I think early access to the new merch that drops, and then every quarter they send you a magazine. So I'm like, that's for $10. How are they making any money? But I was thinking about like, there's no other studio doing it like them. I remember when they first started, I'm like, this is a tiny studio. Like you didn't really think much of it, and then they just keep pumping out new stuff. I'm like, oh wow, they actually had a plan to do this. Okay, my Spotify Wrapped, I know it's over now, it's whatever, but my Spotify Wrapped was surprising and not surprising at the same time. All my songs were from Ariana Grande, which has never happened before. I don't think she's ever been on my top songs list ever, so that was big. It was from the Eternal Sunshine Deluxe album. I think it was Twilight Zone, which I listened to 211 times, Warm, We Can't Be Friends, Hampstead, and I think the other one was the interlude, one of the interludes. My top five was Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry. Was it? Sorry, let me just pull it up. Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, Miley Cyrus, and Katy Perry. Oh, okay. My top songs: Twilight Zone, Hampstead, We Can't Be Friends, Warm, and Dandelion. And then I listened to 101,000 minutes of music, which actually I'm pretty proud of myself. I for sure thought I was going to get less than I did last time, and I didn't. So I'm very, very happy about that. And yeah. Okay, let's dive right in. So the new Avatar is coming out, and it's already been nominated for a Golden Globe, I think. Is that the next one? But it's not even out. It was voted or nominated in Box Office Achievement. It comes out on Christmas. So how? Tell me how that works. But I was just like thinking about it. I saw a commercial for it, and I'm like, what is the hype of it? Is the storyline that good? Because I feel like when the first one came out, it was so new and different and innovative and everything that it was like, oh, this is cool. Like we've never seen anything like this before. But now it's like we see stuff like that all the time. Like it's not like that cool anymore. So it's like, is it really that good of a movie and a screenwriting and acting and stuff like that? Or I don't understand why they greenlit five more movies. And James Cameron did say he's like, if this movie flops, then I'm going to retire or something like along those lines. And I'm like, so even in his mind, he's kind of thinking that it's not going to be that big of a hit. But I still have not seen them. Maybe I should watch them before. Here's the problem with me. This is a movie I really felt like I should have seen like on a huge screen with surround sound. And so that's why like I don't want to watch it on a tiny little screen. But I'm like, at this point, I need to just watch it because I'm so behind. I mean, the first one came out in what, 2006? So it's been 20 years. 26, 20, maybe 2008-ish, sometime around then. I don't know. If I let me know. Am I missing something? Is it really that good of a movie? Is it just kind of like we've seen the other ones, now I just gotta keep watching the new ones? I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm not trying to say it's like a bad movie. Obviously, I've never seen it, so I can't really say that. But I'm just kind of interested in the hype of it. Like, what is it? Because I feel like the CGI. I know they don't use AI. I think it's CGI and all that stuff. Like that was like groundbreaking at the time, and I think that's why everyone loved it so much. But this time, it's like, is it? Like that's just normal now. That's like a normal Marvel movie. Anyway, moving on. Euphoria is coming in April. Apparently, the storyline is Rue, Zendaya's character, is in Mexico hiding from the drug dealers, the crazy drug lady, trying to make the money back to pay her back. And then apparently, fast forward, I think 5 years, and apparently Cassie and Nate get married and they live in the suburbs, and Cassie is an OnlyFans model. People are kind of like, this storyline seems dumb, but like I've always said, this movie or this show is whatever. Like it's entertaining for sure, but when people say it's like the best show ever, I highly disagree. Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson have been confirmed to come back to the new Hunger Games movie, which is great because they like I don't know, I guess we really didn't know because the books weren't even written, right? Did she just recently write the new books? So it's like they really could have been over for them. But I hope they come back in this new movie, the Sunrise on the Reaping. And I'm really hoping that it's not just like a brief character moment, kind of like how Wicked, the first one, had Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel for like 2 minutes. I hope they actually have substantial characters. Also, I want to know how much they have to pay Jennifer Lawrence to come back. Because for a while there, she was the highest paid actress for a long, long time because of her role on Hunger Games, which good for you. I mean, get it. Get every last penny that you can. Vanessa Hudgens had another baby, apparently a baby girl. I don't think there's a name what we have yet, but she is kind of pumping them out pretty quickly. I don't know how they're going to do this, but apparently they're filming. They must have to do it after hours, unless they want to do it in the daytime. How's that going to work? They're filming a Hallmark Christmas movie in Disney World. It's not set to come out until next year, probably around Christmas time, I'm assuming. I'm kind of curious how that's going to go. There's a rumor that Adam Lambert might have a residency at the Sphere with Queen, which could be cool. I would like to see a concert there. Now that I've been there, I'd like to see an actual concert there, and like because they have 100, I think it's 175,000 speakers. So like, what if one of them broke? Like, how would you like know how to fix that? I just don't see the logistics of that building working out. Like, what is the power issue? I wonder if it will tell me. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen to this. The Las Vegas Sphere uses massive power, around 28 megawatts at peak, enough for 21,000 homes, but exact daily/annual costs aren't public. Estimates suggest millions annually, though they aim for 70% solar via a new solar farm. Really? I thought they were closing that down to cut costs and increase sustainability. While figures vary widely, some suggest $94 million a year. The real number depends on usage, negotiated rates, not standard utility, and renewable credits, with figures like 150 TWH a year. I don't know what that means. That is insane. See, it's like, how are they even making enough money to pay the power bill? It doesn't make sense to me how they are sustaining themselves, and they want to build another one in like the like Dubai or something, the Middle East. I don't really understand how this is feasible. Like, how much is it to go to a concert there? Because if to go watch a movie, which the movie is cut down, by the way, The Wizard of Oz, it's not the full movie. It's still like at least I think it's 75 minutes long, and a standard ticket for that is around 200. So like, how much are they charging for an actual concert? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really, really, truly doesn't. This is why I want to be like in the boardroom meetings or like an assistant to someone high up, so like I can get all this little information, that the behind the scenes information. I don't even care to be a CEO or anything. I just want to be someone next to someone important. You know what I mean? So then like when they vent, they vent to you, and then you get all the information. But then you don't have the responsibility. But I want a good salary, you know? So it's like, it's hard to come by. Okay, this one is cool. Born to Die by Lana Del Rey I think it is now past. It is the longest charting female album on Billboard. It has been charting for 600 weeks. That's crazy. Lana Del Rey's Born to Die has charted for over 600 weeks on the Billboard 200 as of August 2025, making history as the first major label debut album by a female artist and second overall by a woman to reach this milestone, trailing only behind Adele's 21. Released in 2012, its extraordinary longevity makes it one of the longest charting albums ever, a testament to its enduring popularity and streaming power. I think it has now passed Adele's 21, which is crazy. Also, speaking of that, Teenage Dream has now spent 450 weeks on Billboard. 200. 100, 200. I wonder why they do the 200. It doesn't make sense. Like, they just want to add more stuff. Okay. Let's see. Dorit Kemsley is one of the ladies from Beverly Hills Housewives. She's going through it with her ex-husband right now, which I never understood why they were together. She is the new face of Chanel, and it's the first ever housewife to be an ambassador for like a big house brand like that. So good for you. I mean, she wears Chanel all the time, so it makes sense. Gwyneth Paltrow apparently has this thing where she can't remember like a lot of stuff, and so she can't remember working with Tom Holland. I think it was her and Robert Downey Jr. were doing an interview together, and she's like, "Who's Tom?" And he's like, "Tom Holland." She's like, I've never met Tom Holland." He's like, "You've been in 3 movies with him. Like, you literally were in." And then people were pulling up old video, old photos. She literally posted a picture of her, Robert Downey Jr., and Tom Holland, and said, "Happy birthday, Robert Downey Jr." But Tom Holland was in the picture. I think that's so funny. Like, she's so unbothered. She's so like focused on her brand and her lifestyle brand and Goop and all that stuff that she like just doesn't even care. Like, she goes to Hollywood and acts whenever she feels like it, and then she's out. Like, I think it's so funny. She said she did an interview a while ago. She's like, I really don't know what's going on in pop culture. She's like, I truly have no idea what's going on, which is so funny. Couldn't be me. Okay, the Katy Perry lawsuit is resurged, and I'm pretty sure she has won it. But if you're unaware of what's going on, no, this isn't the nun one. Everyone likes to talk about the nun thing. That's the thing. She always does everything by the books, and then she gets like slaughtered in the press. It makes no sense to me. But apparently she bought this house I don't even know if she wants it anymore because she's buying it with Orlando Bloom. Maybe she wanted it. Maybe he had nothing to do with it. She's buying it for like 14.5 million from, actually, I think she does live in it, but with in Montecito, kind of by Oprah and Rob Lowe and Marion Hagen. They're Marion Hagen, Harry and Meghan. They're neighbors of them. But she bought it from this billionaire guy, millionaire guy. He is the guy that did 1-800-Flowers. He's pretty wealthy. So he sold her the house, and then him and his family tried to sue Katy Perry after that, saying that he was drugged and they caught him at a vulnerable time to sign the paperwork. And it's like, you don't just like casually sell a $15 million mansion like that. Like there's obviously a lot of paperwork, a lot of logistics, lawyers are probably involved. Like it's not just like a quick thing you can hurry and sign once and then it's like done. So then I don't know if the family was mad that he sold the house or whatever, but they tried to sue her. She countered suit saying there was tons of damage to the property that needed to be fixed that wasn't disclosed. Anyway, so now the news press is trying to the news press, is that redundant? The press is trying to paint her out as this villain because apparently he's a veteran. Like Katy Perry sues 85-year-old veteran who's on his deathbed. And it's like, no, it's actually the other way around. And she's countersuing because he did false claims. Plus, he's a multimillionaire. Like, he's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure she won that, though. So good for her. Speaking of Katy Perry, she has finally made her relationship official on Instagram with Justin Trudeau, which I love. There is the video of her and him at this sushi restaurant. I think they're in Japan. Are they in Japan or China? Somewhere. They might have been in China because she was doing her residency there. Not residency, her tour, which has concluded. I'll get to that in a minute. And he is looking at her with the most puppy dog in love eyes I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, this is the cutest thing ever. Like, she deserves the whole world, in my opinion. Like, I would give her anything that she wanted of mine. I would do anything for her. But just the way he's looking at her, maybe I'll insert a video here as I'm talking. But it is like he is smitten by her. He loves her. He is obsessed with her. Like he is just like, I know it's new. I know it's very, very new. So it's like obviously the honeymoon phase is still there. But then it shows a video of Orlando Bloom and her, and he's like not even paying attention to her. He didn't seem interested in being there. But I feel like at the time, kind of in their prime, they were like puppy dog face in love and stuff. So who knows? I wonder where the spark went with them. But I don't know. I'm here for the Justin Trudeau, Katy Perry thing. I love it. I'll stand it to the end of time. I have no idea about his politics or whatever he does, but I know some people didn't like him. I know some people think differently of him, but I try to not keep up with politics here in America. Like I do the baseline, I know what I want, whatever. I'm not going to keep up with politics in other countries. There's no way I'm doing that. Okay, more on Katy Perry. She has finished her tour and it has racked up, let's see, after 91 performances in 69 cities, 22 countries, and 4 continents, Katy Perry has concluded her Lifetimes tour with a total audience of 1.15 million people. The tour grossed approximately $136 million. The thing I liked about this is I know for a fact now that this album was written, the Lifetimes, or 143, sorry, album was written to be performed live. Like it sounds perfect in a arena with loud speakers, a lot of people sing along to it, the dancing, whatever. It genuinely was written for her to go out and have fun with everybody and have a fun tour. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate the album, obviously, but a lot of people did. But then when I went to the concert the first time, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. This is why. This is exactly why she did this album. Obviously, she liked it and wanted to do more. But also, I thought this was like an old clip. It's not. Last night or 2 nights ago, she performed in front of the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Like, and she performed songs that she doesn't perform normally. She performed The One That Got Away, Harley's in Hawaii. She does not perform that one ever, and Never Really Over. I'm like, well, how much did you have to pay her to get to sing those songs? But she looked like she was so happy singing them. Like she didn't seem like she was like annoyed. Like she genuinely seems like just in a happy state right now. She looks amazing. Like I want to know what her diet is like, her workout routine is like, her skincare. Like she looks so young still. I mean, she's not old, so it's not like she's like this old lady, but you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, how cool. Like she's performed at the inauguration, at King Charles's whatever thing, and now in front of the pyramids of Giza. Plus, she performed at some big soccer football thing in Australia, and I think she's opening up for the FIFA World Cup or performing there or something. Like she must love to do these big events. But again, she has the catalog of music to do so. Like I couldn't see, I don't know, like Lana Del Rey. Like you wouldn't see her doing something like this, like opening up for King Charles. Like what is she gonna sing? Like a sad song? You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have like the anthems that Katy Perry has that everyone knows and like can dance to and whatever. I'm trying to think like Taylor Swift could do it. Obviously, she has songs people love. Lady Gaga could do it, but her songs are kind of like sexual in a way, so I don't think she'd be like at a well, maybe she did do the national anthem of the inauguration, but that wasn't her song. Anyway, I'm getting into nitty gritty. Yeah, I just love that. I love that Katy Perry is doing fantastic. It makes me so happy, and she has all the love she ever needed within Daisy Dove Bloom. Okay, let's see what is next. Oh, this one's crazy. Okay, Zootopia 2 is probably at over a billion now, which is insane. It's been 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah. And I think in 12 days it hit 950 million. And just alone one day in China, it hit $100 million. That is the first Hollywood movie ever to do that. It says it surpassed Avengers Endgame. It opened with 556 million worldwide. Oh, that's Zootopia 2. It surpassed Avengers Endgame in China for biggest opening day. That's crazy. That's insane. Sorry, on my list there are 3 different endings, and I can't remember if it is for Zootopia 2 or let's see. No, then what movie has different endings? I swear it's a movie that's coming out soon. What movie? I'm so sorry. I do not know what movie. Clue? No. You know what? It doesn't matter if I think about it. Next time I will let you know, but that's all I have. I must have got distracted when I was writing this down. This one was crazy. Heather Gay from the Salt Lake Housewives, which Salt Lake Housewives is killing it right now, as they always do, says she's received over $200,000 worth of cosmetic work. Crazy. And I'm not saying that like that's a bad thing, but that's just a lot of money. The co-owner of Beauty Lab and Laser said that she's been getting Botox quarterly since her 30s. When it comes to beauty treatments, she also has routinely had fillers, facials, and laser hair removal twice a year. Laser hair removal, you have to get it that often? I thought it was like a kind of a one and done thing. Gay has been having lip filler twice a year for around 7 years. Another treatment I get is Sculptra, which is a collagen stimulator with big long needles in your face. It's pretty intense. I had a dream the other night that someone pinned me down and injected my lips with filler. Like no numbing, no nothing. They just held me down. Isn't that terrifying? I wonder what that's about. Is it a way of me wanting to get filler? Sculptra is $800 to $1,000 for a vial, and some people get 4 to 6 vials. It can cost around $4,000 per treatment. Unhappy with her original nose, reality TV star had 2 nose jobs before joining the Real Housewives franchise in 2020. She said a third would have taken place if her plastic surgeon hadn't raised concerns about scar tissue. At the time, I also got a blepharoplasty, which is an eyelid excision for opening your eyes. They call it, there's like a lower bleph and an upper bleph, and it's like when your eyelids sag. And some people can get it done through insurance because if it impairs your vision, insurance will cover it. Just FYI, if anyone's out there with an upper bleph disorder. Let's see. I got both these surgeries for free from the same surgeon, but I think the nose job was around $12,000 and the blepharoplasty was $2,500. She said her husband at the time, Frank William Billy Gay III, paid for her to have a mommy makeover, a tummy tuck, and a boob job. The pair, who share 3 daughters, divorced in 2014. Having lost 30 pounds using weight loss medication over the last 3 years, Gay said she temporarily uses GLP-1s again if her weight goes up. She estimates that the medication costs at least $500 a month. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake star spent around $30,000 on veneers. Holy to complete her 4th season glow up. Speaking of veneers, do you guys see Miley Cyrus changed hers? Thank the Lord. She can finally close her mouth now. Like they were too big. Like they were way too big for her mouth. But she stepped out on the scene. Paparazzi photos, snap pictures, and her teeth are back to normal size. Let's see. Being on TV, it's really, really hard to see yourself constantly and to be amongst women who are physically flawless in every way. Everyone has perfect teeth, lashes, and hair. It's what I call the required uniform of a housewife. and as you become more of a housewife, it becomes more enhanced. In December last year, Gaye admitted that she had more confidence before losing weight, and in the earlier days of Real Housewives of Salt Lake, which is currently airing its 6th season. So yeah, anyway, all of that added up is close to $200,000. Crazy. Some people don't like veneers. Isn't that interesting? I don't mind them, but some people are like, everyone looks the same. They all apparently they call it the celebrity smile because they all look the same. I'm like, that is interesting. It doesn't bother me one bit. Would you want to see clean, nice teeth versus not? You know who did not fall into that trap is Katy Perry. She still has her like little snaggletooth thing that goes back. Who else did not get veneers? We were talking about the other day. And they're like, well, isn't that obvious? I'm like, yes, that's why I said it. I have no idea what this is about. I didn't do much research on it, but Khloe Kardashian is partnering with Starbucks. Khloe Kardashian's famous Starbucks order. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, Khloe teases Starbucks collaboration. Fans are deeply divided. I wondered if this would happen because people hate Starbucks right now. Starbucks recently hinted. Also, it's coming out on January 6th. I'm like, of all days you choose that day. Starbucks recently hinted at Khloe Kardashian's collab, leaving fans deeply divided and sharing theories about what it might be. On December 1st, the coffee chain posted a video via Instagram of a Starbucks cup with Khloe written on it. Audio played from the viral Kardashians moment, during which her mother, Kris Jenner, declared, "You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go." That's not even like a Khloe scene, that's a Kylie scene. Well, and a Kim scene. No other details were provided about the upcoming collab that drops on December 6th. I swear, they said. Yes, it's right here. 1/6/26. Yeah, look, no other details were provided about the upcoming collab that drops on December 6th. However, Starbucks fans reacted and speculated that the Starbucks Khloe offering in the comments of a food blogger Mark Devo's Instagram post about it. I'm confusion. People are speculating that it's a popcorn, like you might be able to get her popcorn there because in the caption it has a cloud, a popcorn bucket, the date, which is 1/6, not 12/6, 26, and then another popcorn bucket and another cloud. So I wonder if it's like a popcorn flavored, coffee flavored popcorn. Would that even be good? Or maybe you can buy little bags of her popcorn at Starbucks. That would be good. The popcorn is good, you guys. They also came out with a new flavor. It is a cinnamon roll one, which is fantastic. It's in the same bag, though, color it looks like as the sea salt one. Is it the sea salt or the... It's in a purple bag, but they already have a purple bag. So what? I don't know. Anyway, so it's obviously hinting towards a popcorn collaboration with them. I'm just curious if it's a popcorn flavored. Oh my gosh, why do I keep saying that? If it's a coffee flavored popcorn, or you can buy her popcorn at a Starbucks location. Guess we'll just have to see. It is past December 6th, so I don't think it's then. I think it's January 6th. They should do like a discount code for insurrection popcorn prices, January 6th. Okay, Kim confirmed on Twitter. I saw something. She talked about this a while ago, Skims, when she's doing her nails. It was on one of her vlogs. And she's like, this will be on part of Skims Beauty. I'm like, so there's going to be a Skims Beauty again. Then on Twitter, someone asked her, when should we expect the new makeup to come out? And she said, next year, next fall. So Skims Beauty, instead of skin, it's going to be called Skims Beauty. Kim has been busy. She has been busy, busy, busy. She has a masterclass. That actually is something I think is worth it if you buy it on a discount. Right now, I think you get like half off for a whole year, which would make it like $80 or something. But if you're genuinely interested in like bettering yourself or like a specific field, so Masterclass is basically all these celebrities, CEOs, athletes, writers, did I already say actors, singers, like all these people that are just very good in their field come together and they do like a short kind of documentary style, maybe not documentary. Anyway, they teach you their secrets and what they've done in their career to make them more successful. So like I think Amy Poehler has one that's out recently on improvisation and how you can use that in your daily life, not just for like on the stage. Masterclass features many famous actors teaching their craft, including Natalie Portman, Samuel L. Jackson, Jodie Foster, and Helen Mirren. I think it's funny. Like Samuel L. Jackson, I guess he's a good actor. I don't know. In my opinion, he kind of plays the same character over and over again, doesn't he? Maybe not. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe that's my own opinion. I don't dislike him, so I don't know why I'm saying that. But that's interesting that he's on there. Maybe he's teaching, it says, covers creating memorable characters, auditioning, script analysis, and building a lasting career. So that is true. Samuel L. Jackson has been in probably close to 200 films, so he does know what it's like to take a long-lasting career. Helen Mirren discusses the empty space in acting, imagination, and finding nature in performance. Jodie Foster shares tips for both new and experienced actors. Tom Hanks offers insight on overcoming self-consciousness and delivering authentic performances, emphasizing truth and hitting marks. Natalie Portman teaches character development, performing on camera, and personal acting techniques. And they also have writers and directors on here too. Spike Lee teaches on writing and filmmaking. Martin Scorsese offers a course on filmmaking. And Aaron Sorkin has a class on writing. Aaron Sorkin is the one that did Molly's Game. He also did the entire show of West Wing, which is a super, super popular show. Let's see some of the business people that are on here. Richard Branson's on here. I feel bad. His wife just passed away. That is really, really sad. I like Richard Branson. You can tell he's just a genuine person. His books are really good, by the way, too. And he's just fun. He seems like a really fun person. Sarah Blakely, she's the one that founded Spanx. Says founder of Spanx teaches self-made entrepreneurship. Richard Branson, Virgin Group founder and disruptive entrepreneurship. Alexis Anaheim, Reddit co-founder on building startups. How does Reddit make money? That's my question. Whitney Wolfe Herd, she's a Bumble CEO. I also talked about her new movie that was out this year on Hulu called Swiped. Very, very good. It's got Lily James. She plays Whitney Wolfe. Bumble CEO on rewriting business rules. Melody Hobson, co-CEO of Ariel Investments on strategic decision making. Why is Kris Jenner not on here? Indra Nui, former PepsiCo CEO. Bill Clinton. Interesting. Former US president on inclusive leadership. Bob Iger, former Disney CEO on strategy. He's currently CEO again. Howard Schultz, Starbucks founder on business leadership. I didn't read a book on him. I read a book that had his story in it, though, and it is actually pretty amazing. His parents were drug addicts, and he grew up in a really, really, really unstable home. And he worked at Starbucks. I don't know if it was the original or one of the originals, and then he decided he could turn it into something big, which obviously happened. And it tells about his story about how he created it and turned it into whatever this is. Robin Roberts, the ABC News anchor on effective communication. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, which is a really good book. I highly recommend it. On habits for success. Kris Jenner's on it. There's just tons. Anyway, what I'm getting at is it's a pretty good gift if you want to gift it to somebody or to yourself. Right now they have a really good discount. Should we see what it is? Get up to 50% off memberships. Oh, Joanna Gaines is on it. Halle Berry's on it. Who are all these people? Anyway, you can kind of go in and choose what you want. Get 40% off all memberships. You said 50. Should we see what it is? Oh, you billed annually. I hate that. Oh, Martha Stewart. I forgot she has one on there, and it is fantastic. It is so, so, so good. $6 a month, billed annually. What is that? 6 times 12? 72. $72, right? If I'm wrong, don't correct me. uh, anyway, it's really good. They just lay it all out. Like Kris Jenner teaches you about marketing and how she marketed her girls and all that stuff, and what she found is successful, how to communicate with people, how to communicate in business meetings, how to get your point across. It's a very, very well worth it gift. Maybe since I only got myself one thing this year, maybe I'll get myself this Masterclass thing because I know they also did a discount on Mother's Day, so you can get it then too. Just FYI. How long have I been talking? Hour and 25 minutes. It's the longest I've ever done. Oh, we're still not done talking about Kim. Kim Kardashian, she's going to be in a new movie with did I even talk about her masterclass? Anyway, the whole theme of hers is the commandments of business. And so she teaches her top 10 Kimmandments of how to be a good business person. She's going to be in a new movie though, that is here we go. That is being filmed by being directed, by Eva Longoria. Okay, the movie is called The Fifth Wheel. It stars Kim Kardashian, Nikki Glaser, Brenda Song, and Fortune Feimster, who All of those people I'm obsessed with. Set to star on Fifth Wheel, directed by Eva Longoria, a group of best friends reconnect on a weekend in Vegas when a hot outsider played by Kim Kardashian crashes the party, forcing them to face their messy lives and unraveling friendships. I don't know about you, but I am sat. I will be sat. Here it is. I wonder why it didn't show up earlier. Directed by Eva Longoria, writers Janine Brito. What has she done before? Nothing that I know of. Wine Country. I vaguely remember that one. And Paula Pell. Oh, that's hard to say. Known for Saturday Night Live, 318 episodes, Inside Out, Birdman, 30 Rock. Okay, so she knows what she's doing, obviously. Sisters, that movie's funny with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. That's a very, very funny movie. Okay, are we done with Kim yet? No, she has a new skin on Fortnite. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it has any powers. I don't know what Fortnite is. I think I played it once and it was chaos, but there's that. Okay, Stranger Things is reportedly having a spin-off based around Nancy, which of all characters, why her? Not anything against her, but why her? Maybe it's like her detective work, her sleuthing. Could be interesting. Okay, Stranger Things stats. This was kind of cool. It says Stranger Things season 5 set a new Netflix record for the biggest English language series debut. I love how they have to be so specific now because like there's so many records being broken, but it's like yeah, when you specify it like that, of course it's going to break this record. The season pulled in 59.6 million viewers in its first 5 days, the best premiere week for any Netflix series. So that's pretty good. Okay. I am excited for the next installment, and then I got my ticket for the theater showing of the final episode on New Year's Eve. What a fun, fun thing for me to do. Let's see. Okay, Prada is buying Versace for $1.4 billion, which is interesting. Versace apparently has had a hard time since COVID keeping the brand up or whatever. And then Donatella obviously stepped down. But my biggest question of this was, didn't Michael Kors buy Versace? So wouldn't they have to buy the whole company, or are they just breaking it off and selling it as is? And it's like, why? Like, out of all of, I think in that company, it's Michael Kors, Versace, and Jimmy Choo. And I'm like, isn't Versace like the biggest name in that whole brand? But whatever. I think they paid 2.5 billion or 2.8 billion or something for it the first time in 2018. And now they're selling it for 1.4. So obviously it's not doing well. It's interesting to me though. It's very interesting. Okay, there's a new dating app. Actually, I looked this up and it's technically not new. This article came out in July of this year, but it says new singer-writers dating app made for adult Disney fans. I might have already talked about this. It says the founder is known as Joe the Bearded Nerd on TikTok. He explained in a social media post that the idea came after he was stood up on a date. I did what any other Orlando local does and I went to Disney. I realized we needed a Disney dating app. The app is expected to have a romantic and friendship option. Many are excited about the concept as Disney adults often visit theme parks by themselves. I go to the parks alone, and it would be awesome to have a feature that shows if other singles are in the park at the same time. That actually is kind of a cool concept. But yeah, other than that, I don't know much about it. Okay, so I have not had one of these two new menu items. I've had the Grinch McDonald's menu twice now. I have 2 pairs of socks from them. Basically, it's nothing necessarily new except for the fries. They give you a little Grinch box, which I have. Oh, I didn't bring it with me. Oops. And they give you a little bag to put the fries in, and then you put this dill seasoning in. And I don't love dill necessarily, but this is actually pretty good. It reminded me of like sour cream and onion chips, like a flavor-ish. But they like you can get chicken nuggets or a Big Mac with it, so it's like nothing. The only thing different is the fries, which you have to make yourself technically, which is it's not hard. Like it's not a hard thing to do, but it's good. I think everyone should try it at least once. Then the SpongeBob meal. I don't know much about this one. SpongeBob meal. I know there's a lot, and it's like a whole new menu kind of item. SpongeBob Burger King meal. Let's see. SpongeBob's Krabby Whopper on a yellow bun. So it's not necessarily different. Aren't all buns yellow? Mr. Krabs cheesy bacon tots. I actually want to try these. They're like tater tots with cheese in them and little bacon bits. The Patrick's strawberry shortcake pie, which I've heard is good, and the Pirates frozen pineapple float. I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. All available a la carte or in a fun bikini bottom bundle within a pineapple box. Yes, please. I need that pineapple box to display with all my other stuff. I did hear it's expensive. You get all of it, it's like $20. So it's not like a affordable thing, but is fast food even affordable anymore? I don't think so. Lisa Barlow, she has joined the season of Worst Cooks in America, and I used to want to go on this show. One time after we were at Disney World, we come home to the hotel every night and turn on the TV, and I don't know why. It must have been one of the first channels on there, but the cooking channel was on, and that show would be playing every night, and I loved it. I don't love any other cooking show. Like the Great British Bake Off or whatever is fun, and I'll watch it every now and then, but like I don't care for cooking shows. I really don't. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I'll watch Martha Stewart's, but that's about it. But every time I watch this show, I'm like, I should be on this. This show would be so fun. Basically, it's obvious, what the premise is. It's the worst cooks come together, and I think they have like so much time to go and find their ingredients and then come back and cook it. But unfortunately, I've become a better cook, so I wouldn't be the worst, I don't think. This one is like a reality star one. It says Worst Cooks in America, subtitled Reality Check, which features a cast of reality stars and athletes and premieres January 4th, 2026, with chefs Jeff Morrow and Tiffany Derry coaching them. Barlow, known for not cooking, joins other stars like Ryan Lochte, Val Chermovsky, and Beverly Mitchell to transform their kitchen skills. Season 30. Wow, that's been going on for a long time. Scarlett Johansson is rumored to be in the new Batman, so that could be interesting. Margot Robbie is on the cover of British Vogue. She's the next one. It's just in time for her Wuthering Heights. What I'm trying to say, Wuthering Heights movie. I don't know why that was so hard for me to do. Which people are torn on because Charlie XCX did the music for it, and people keep talking about that one TikTok where it's like actors playing a period piece, but it has the glam filter on them, and their lips are all filled with filler, and it's like you can't take them seriously because they didn't look like that back then. So people are saying that about Margot Robbie. Cher has apparently signed a deal for Netflix on camera life story, which she is a fascinating human being. So I think it would be fun to watch. Okay, this big one, we'll kind of end on this. Netflix supposedly had bought Warner Brothers for $82.7 billion. Then the next day, Paramount came in and did a hostile takeover. I thought that was just a way for like the press to talk about it. Because you know how it's always like, let's see, Kim Kardashian slams so and so for saying this about them. And then you read the article and it's like Kim's like, why would you do that? So it's like slams is like a very aggressive word to use for that. That's what I thought hostile takeover was they're being just dramatic. Apparently that's a thing. A hostile takeover is when the whole entire, it's not the board, shareholders, all the shareholders have to vote on this to happen instead of just the board members. But they're coming in with $108 billion for, I think, the whole company. Netflix just wanted certain pieces of Warner Brothers. Paramount apparently wants everything. But people are not happy with either deal because Netflix, it would become a monopoly. Apparently that might not go through just because it has to be approved in every country where that company is. And Netflix is in a lot of countries. But then Paramount apparently is backed by Saudi Arabia, and not Saudi Arabia. Maybe it is. And Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner is Ivanka Trump's husband, which would then it would then make what am I trying to say? People are worried because then it would make Trump have a piece of Trump, like part of the Trump family, have a piece of CNN, which is liberal, the liberal news. So people are kind of concerned about all that stuff and just like where the money's coming from. I don't know. I don't understand that because I mean, Larry Ellison owns Paramount now, and he's worth like what 300 something billion. Obviously, he's not going to spend 108 billion of his own dollars. That's not how business people work. But um, it's just interesting where the money's coming from. Plus, it's interesting because Paramount just laid off a bunch of people, but now you're spending 108 billion dollars in cash. Something seems fishy. And it's like, why does Warner Brothers want to sell? They did fantastic at the box office this year. People are concerned with Netflix that they're not going to release movies in theaters anymore, because Netflix is known for obviously being streaming, and they put their movies in for like a week just so they get nominated for Oscars. And then Paramount is committed. They said we're committed to releasing 30 movies per year in theaters. And this YouTuber that I watched, movie reviewer Grace Randolph, she said that's not even feasible. That's like they wouldn't be able to do that. They'd have to be working overtime for a long time for that to happen. Because that's over 2 movies per month, which is unheard of for one studio to produce that many. Maybe that's what we need though. Maybe that is like the standard that needs to be held now is studios making more movies. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you guys care about any of this Netflix Paramount deal? Um, I I don't see why it needs to happen in the first place, and I'm curious why Disney didn't step in and try. But I think Disney owns way too much. I'm actually surprised that they got away with the Fox merger and the Hulu buyout, just because they own so much already.
Hello, everyone. So, the software I'm using has been glitching horribly for the last few episodes. So it pretty much deleted the last, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes of the footage I recorded. So here I am telling you that the episode just ends here. So if I will go back to my notes next time, I will add the stuff that is missing this time. Anyway, thanks for listening. Sorry for this. Like literally this software website I use has been fantastic until just the last few weeks, and it is driving me like I want to throw my computer out the window because it is driving me insane how glitchy it is and how awful it is. Anyway, see you next week.